No.
And
awesome.
Ronda.
And Ronda.
Not Ronda. No, not Ronda.
Yes, Charles, I took your advice. I literally made that seconds before the show started. So, Ronda Rousey had joined the
Tinfoil Hat Club.
The Tinfoil Hat Club with her Delulu comment.
That's what I'm going to put on YouTube.
Since she is no longer in WWE, she's gonna shit on everything wrestling.
I fucking hate her so much.
So let me pull up my little tweet here. This was a quote from an interview. Y'all can see it, right?
Yeah.
It's scripted mostly. There's a general idea. They are working together. I like to relate it to figure skating. Two people together creating a performance. As Shayna likes to say, there is no fake way to take a chair shot. You're actually getting hit with a chair. It's also not a competition. A lot of wrestlers and stuff will be like, wrestling is real. I got this injury or that injury. I'm like, okay, as a competitor in an actual sport, I'm never worried about getting injured. Says the girl who got injured and was out for months. I'm worried about losing. That's the most stressful part of it. Injuries are not at all what you're thinking about. That's not what makes it real or makes it hard. It's the uncertainty of the outcome. When people are like, it's a real sport. No, it's not a sport. It's a very intense performance, which I have a lot of respect for. At least she threw that in. But it's not a sport. If you've ever dealt with the stress and anxiety that comes with competition, you can't take that out and call it a sport. It's so tough. It's very physical, but it's not a sport. Girl, you wrong. But that's cool.
All right, my question. I have a question for you guys based off of this tweet, okay? And RN, I'm curious about your input as a coach. I won't dox you any more than that. And I know everybody else in here, we've talked at least sports in some capacity, or I've seen it in other places, right? Do you think professional wrestling in 2024 is a sport?
Absolutely,
yes.
it's a sport.
Yes,
absolutely. She's all her arguments she had against it not being a sport are the exact fucking reasons it is a sport. Regardless of, like, yes, we all know it's scripted
and predetermined.
It was a
predetermined, yes. But what they're doing inside the square circle is not. And if it was, why do people get injured? Why do people tear their MCLs? Why do people have neck injuries and can't ever wrestle again? Like, all these things happen in full contact sports.
Yep.
I coach a full contact sport. I'm involved in a full contact sport. I've played a full contact sport. You cannot tell me it's not a sport when you have action in the ring. You have to have cardio. You have to have hand-eye coordination. You have to have certain levels of strength. You also have to have a mind to remember what the fuck you're supposed to do. Like, I don't know, learning plays, knowing what the play is when the coach calls it. Like, everything, all her arguments put it in a box that it is a sport. Besides the fact she fucking sucked at it, couldn't get over at it.
Yeah.
So now it's not. And like Allison said, her last 2 or 3 years, she was injured. Got injured in her last 2 or 3 fights. So,
right.
Like I said, this just goes back to me. Like, I think that she's always was jealous of how Marina and fucking Shayna took to it so easily. And she just expected, because who she was, she probably could do it too. And they pumped her head up. Josh Barnett, Shayna did, pumped her head up to make her think she could, and she really couldn't, because she's not that person. She's not entertaining. She was never good on the mic, even when she's in UFC. She's just a good fighter. And some people are not good at wrestling. They're just good athletes. I have the same fucking complaint about Naomi and Cedric Alexander, all these people that are great in the fucking ring, but have no presence on the mic or no type of character-wise to push out to us to make them love them. And she was one of them. And really, she's just a fucking hater. She always has been. Like I said, I just think that she thought it was going to be fucking easy. oh, they do it. I know I can do it because I'm better than them, and you're not. And that's why you're going.
And there's also a competition aspect because I'm pretty sure that every match out there is like, all right, let's be the best match on the card.
Yeah. If you don't want to be the best match on the card, then why are you there? Dad said he's pissed off that the last episode of Bluey aired. I did not see the Bluey
It's not
finale.
The last episode. The last of the season. It's not last ever. They're taking a break.
Fuck Bluey.
Bluey's a kid's show.
Yeah.
That parents love. I have kids, so I know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm past the Bluey stage, thank God.
Well,
we love Bluey in this house.
Bluey is greatness.
Ryback decided to double down.
Oh, God.
God, Jesus.
100% correct. It's the most difficult thing in the world in many ways, but it will never be a sport. It's physical acting and always will be. The training that the training that goes into it and out of the ring. There you go. It's as real as it gets and can be illicit. Sure.
Write that out.
Real emotion and can elicit real emotions in people, but it's not a sport. You can't argue with this, and anyone who attempts to clearly isn't playing with a full deck, like you, sir. Nobody ever really wins, and nobody ever really loses. It's a performance with characters playing parts, and that's the last bite. I mean, fuck.
Notice how it's always people that suck at wrestling that want to say how it's that. But that's the only gripe I have. Like, if you were good at it, if there was a top flight like Cena, Rock, Hogan, anybody like that to come out and say, you know what, despite how great I was, it really isn't a sport. Any of those type of people that were fucking good at it, made money at it, and had longevity in it, came out and said it, I could take this argument more serious. But it's always people that fucking suck.
Yep.
Wish.com Goldberg needs to just go home.
He is home on TikTok all day. So
okay, well then somebody needs to cut off his internet access because it is driving me insane.
Yeah. And so Scals, our lovely partner at Off the Top Media, tweeted, can we please stop giving the female Ryback a platform? She just doesn't know when to shut up.
Big facts.
Big facts.
100%.
So.
All right.